You've probably lost an argument where you were actually right. Why? Because debates aren't won with facts, they're won with tactics. It doesn't matter if your logic is alright, if the crowd isn't with you, if your tone feels off, if your delivery isn't sharp, you lose. But today, that ends. In this video, I'm giving you 7 powerful debate techniques used by top creators, political debaters, and high-level thinkers. These are the moves that help you win arguments calmly, confidently, and yes, even when you're technically wrong. Take someone like Ethan Klein. Say what you want about the guy, but he knows how to debate without looking like he's debating. He doesn't scream. He doesn't flex facts like a lawyer on Adderall. He just sits there, laid back, snarky, ironic, letting his opponents trip over their own words. It's like watching someone win a chess game while sipping coffee. And that same calm, tactical style, you see it in Will Smith in The Pursuit of Happyness. There's this one scene. He shows up to a high-stakes job interview straight from the police station. No suit, no tie, just a paint-stained shirt and raw determination. He didn't even have time to change, but watch what he does.
Chris, what would you say if a guy walked in for an interview without a shirt on, and I hired him?
He must have had on some really nice pants.
Chris, I don't know how you did it dressed as a garbage man, but you really pulled it off. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
And today, I'm going to break down 7 strategic debate tools that will let you do the same. 1. The Judo concession technique. This one's simple, powerful, and barely anyone uses it. Instead of resisting everything your opponent says, agree with a small point. Say, you're right about that one thing. It instantly drops their guard. They think, this person's reasonable. Then, you strike, but here's where I disagree. It's like mental judo. You use their momentum to flip the conversation. This technique shows confidence, maturity, and disarms tension. Even Ethan does this with irony. He'll say, okay, that's fair, before completely flipping the narrative. It's not weakness, it's precision. 2. Push for specifics. Here's where most people lose debates without even realizing it. They let vague statements go unchecked. So when someone says, that's toxic, or this system is broken, pause and ask, what do you mean exactly? This technique comes from interviewers like Lex Fridman, who can take the most chaotic guests and gently push them into clarity. He doesn't attack, he just asks precise questions, and it forces the other person to define their words, which is usually where the cracks begin to show. You don't need to argue, just ask calmly, with curiosity, what specifically makes it toxic, and let their own uncertainty unravel the thread. 3. Control the frame. Words are weapons. You ever notice how people say killing babies instead of abortion? Or invading sovereign nations instead of military action? That's framing. It's when you sneak in your opinion, disguised as fact. Use phrases like, we all know, or it's obvious that. It makes anyone who disagrees look like they're fighting against common sense. But remember, this is a gray zone. Don't be manipulative, be strategic, because whoever frames the debate controls the debate. 4. Information bombing, aka Gish, Gallop, Lite. Want to sound dominant? Drop 3 or 4 facts in rapid-fire succession. Most people can't process that much at once, and even if one fact is shaky, it gets lost in the flood. This doesn't mean lie, it means stack evidence. Stats, quotes, examples. Your opponent gets overwhelmed. You look prepared, and if they try this on you, don't panic. Just pick the weakest link in their chain and break it. It shows you're not intimidated by quantity, you're focused on quality. 5. The coherence trap. This is psychological warfare, but in a good way. It's called the consistency principle, and it's used brilliantly by someone like Jordan Peterson, especially in interviews. He doesn't scream, he builds logical ladders. He asks the guest to agree with a simple truth, then climbs that truth upward. If you believe in X, doesn't Y logically follow? And suddenly, the other person either agrees or admits they're being inconsistent. You can use this too. Start small, get agreement, then escalate gently. If you agree that people deserve autonomy, doesn't that apply here too? It's calm, clean pressure, and when it works, it's surgical. 6. Humor as a weapon, sarcasm, calm mockery, ironic laughter. Humor is a lethal debate tool. It shifts energy, it rattles confidence, it makes people question whether they're even taking things too seriously. Think of someone like Christopher Hitchens or Ethan from H3. A well-timed joke can wipe out an entire argument without you lifting a finger, but here's the key. Don't use humor to dodge the point, use it to sharpen your position. When used right, humor makes you look in control, relaxed, and dangerous. 7. Show you're reasonable. This is the most underrated tactic of all. Tell them, if I saw XYZ evidence, I'd agree with you. It sounds simple, but it's a power move. It frames you as open-minded and puts the burden on them. Now they have to provide what you ask for or admit they can't. This trick works in debates, interviews, relationships, everywhere. Say, if you show me real proof, I'll change my mind. It's honest, it's strategic, and it shows you're not arguing to win, you're arguing to grow. So what's the real lesson here? Debating isn't about destroying someone, it's about mastering yourself. Your tone, your control, your ability to stay calm in the fire. Like Sun Tzu said in The Art of War, the greatest victory is that which requires no battle. Win without shouting, win without war, win with silence, tactics, and presence. Because when you master these 7 techniques, you stop looking like someone desperate to prove a point and start looking like someone who already knows they're right. If you're ready to stop losing arguments and start owning the room, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment Strategic Beast below. See you in the next one.